don't, but I've been training 2 times. Thank you, David. I've been training 2 times every day, 45 minutes each. No candy, no alcohol, no 25th of June. And if my internet is fucking up, everybody let me know, right? Because then I need to switch, do some things. Anywho, I didn't drink, I didn't have any alcohol, I didn't have any sugar, I didn't have nothing. Then I had a family gathering, nothing crazy, on my birthday. And then the week happened, so I just kept on working. And then the weekend happened, to say the least, all right? But I had a fantastic weekend, that's the point. Point being, I just understood, it took me a moment to understand, it's like, wow, there is so much noise, there is so much, and it's good noise, right? Like there's people that want to enjoy with you, there's people that want to meet you. The COVID restrictions are getting a little bit better, so all of a sudden, all the nightclubs in Sweden, they were open, and they closed like 3 a.m. And if you know me, and who I am, I got dragged, you know what I mean? Life happened. Boom, I'm Cape Verdean, I'm half Viking, I'm half African, like life happened. So it became a really, really late night or early morning, depending on how you see it, right? But then it hit me, I'm like, okay, I need to go back myself to really break down everything on how do we survive during summer? Like, how do you maintain your shape? How do you get in even better shape? Or how do you stay in shape? One of the three, all right? And this is exactly what we're gonna run over today. So we're gonna talk a lot about physicality today. Usually we talk about mindset, sometimes we talk about nutrition, but in this webinar, we're talking specifically about your physicality. Is that right with everyone? So I have a pad down here, but does my camera look like shit right now? No, it looks sharp.
Yes.
It looks sharp. Thumbs up if I look sharp at your camera. Awesome. But before you hear me talk, we're gonna run over wins really quick, or like 5 minutes quick. I wanna know, we're gonna go top from bottom. David, if you unmute people, that would be absolutely fantastic. I just wanna hear your name. My name is Sebastian. My win for the week is, all right, my win for the week is that I had a fantastic party. I met tons of friends. I was enjoying life to the fullest. I woke up the day after. I was struggling, I'm gonna be honest, but I still went to the gym, and that's my win, all right?
All right,
That's me.
Raluca, you're up first.
Hello, my name is Raluca. My win for the week was overcoming a really bad weekend with a lot of pain and mental issues. So,
A round of applause for that. Welcome back, champ lady. Welcome back. That's the done next mentality right there. That's done next. You know what I mean? It happens to all of us. Trust me, not all of my weekends were like this one. This was a very specific one. And then after that, done next.
Klaus, you're up.
My win for this week is that I'm inventing a new therapy and try it out this week, and we'll see if it works.
Yo, round of applause for Klaus. God damn it, the warrior. The warrior.
Nice. Luz.
Hello. My win of the week is I stayed focused on my goals and accomplished my goals that I had for this week.
Round of applause for Abuela Luz, everyone. Love it.
All right, Erlinda, you're up.
Hi, my name is Erlinda. I am in Oakland, California. And my win for the week was I was able to stay with my mom and take care of her. And then my sister said, oh, you can have the weekend. So I was able to spend the weekend with my husband. So that was nice. And it's been a holiday. It's a holiday weekend. So it's 4th of July here in the US.
A round of applause for Erlinda, who's taking some time off and just enjoying. And an even bigger round of applause for Erlinda, who takes care of her mom. Yeah, that's frontline. That's frontline. You know what I mean?
That's nice. Nicole, are you ready?
Hi, my name is Nicole, and my win for the week is that I'm feeling much better, and I'm very happy.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. And I started a mental program, so I'm very motivated, and yeah, I'm happy.
Round of applause for Nicole, everyone. That's awesome. Welcome,
Nice.
welcome.
Okay. Nina.
So this week I fell and I sprained my elbow. But yeah, it was a really stupid fall. But I sprained my elbow. I was really, the training before that was really good. But I went in the water even though it was very cold, and I started doing this movement in the water, and I feel like it's already helping just because of that. So I think I'm gonna try to go in the water more and do these movements so I can get better faster.
That's fantastic. Round of applause for Nina, everyone. Love it.
Amalia.
Unmute. Yes. Okay. So I'm Amalia from Norway. My win of the week is that I started roller skating.
Wow.
Hey. Are you doing the classical ones or are you doing the roller?
Roller skates. So I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels.
Wow. Sick.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Round of applause for you. Yeah, damn it.
Next up, Sumaya.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sumaya. I'm from Canada, and my win for the week that I did a lot of activities this week, and I was happy to spend a lot of time with my family, an active week with the family.
That's fantastic. Round of applause for that. God damn it. The family over everything. Real superwoman right there. This woman is not taking it easy. I love it.
All right, next up, we don't have a name here, but Ablia Mitova. That's you.
Hi, my name is Niara, and currently in New York. I think one of my wins for this week is that I joined this program, and I'm very excited. I also started my training trainings that I started delivering last night at work. I'm a bit in a different time zones working. And so the first session was very successful. So I'm kind of very excited to,
amazing.
I'm going to train around 500 people in the next 1 month. So it's going to be a very interesting but challenging experience. And also, I realized I spent a lot of time with my friends. I came back to New York and I realized how I missed New York and how I love it. And I decided actually to come back here in 1 year. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yo, that's big. Those are big news, big wins, everyone. Let's not sleep on those wins. That's for sure. Daniela, what's happening?
Hi, I'm Danny. So my win for the week is just before this, I came back from teaching my second salsa class.
Yes, you did.
I did. And there's 3 of them in it, and they've just asked to put another 2 in there. So it went really well. I'm really
I think what you want to say is that I'm officially an independent dance teacher. I think that's what you want to say. Round of applause for Daniela. God damn it. We're not here sleeping on that. Nobody's sleeping on these wins. Know what I mean? I see David howling like a wolf up in this. That's fantastic. Congratulations. How are you feeling? And that's awesome. Martina, what's good? Last one out. If you can't talk, I know sometimes you can't, just write to us here.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, here we go. David, what's your win for the week?
Well, I'm going for sure having a good party after such a long time not partying. That was like a huge win. It's not a huge win for my body, but it's a huge win for for the soul, I believe. So yeah, that was
100%. Listen, you will never hear me say that you should not party. I guarantee you, and when I'm talking about party, don't get it twisted. I'm not only talking about crazy alcohol, no, you're not working out the day after, blah blah blah. But like your soul needs massage, you know what I mean? Like we have parties where my dad is there, my uncle is there, all my aunts are there, my cousins are there, and I'm the oldest. It's like, I love it. I can't describe it in a different way. Like we had, so yeah, just there is something that happens when you gather people together.
But you got to be prepared for the workout the day after, no? Like that's going to be a little bit more sweaty than usual.
Right. Those ones are not easy. Let's just see what Martina is winning, and then we're going to move forward. So we get to this. Martina is saying, hi, my win for the week is that I started to dance with a friend, and it is amazing for me. Yeah, round of applause for that. Round of applause. And also give us, everybody in this group, a round of applause for staying mentally sane during the insane times that we've been going through, right? But it's time to get right into this. So again, what I want to do today is that I want to run over 8 training principles that is going to be incredibly important for each and every one of us, especially during this time now, July, August, September, holidays, dancing is back on track, alcohol, junk food, all of those good stuff. But in a perfect world, with these training principles, I want to create some clarity for everyone so we can, because everyone here have individual programs, right? So everybody have individual programs, and what I want us to do is to, by the end of this call, have some type of clarity of how am I individually going to be able to move forward, enjoy my life, but still reach my goals. Does that sound good? Fantastic. Let me share my screen. Where are you guys? Why don't I see you? You are here. Beam. That's not what I want. Bum. 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 So I have 2 symbols. I have 2 different types of worksheets today, but I think I'm gonna run. I wanted this one because it looks cooler, but I don't think it serves the best purpose. So we're gonna choose. We're actually just gonna do this. All right, here we go. Let's do this one. It's super simple. It's not the most flashy one, but it definitely does what it needs to do. So it's 8 different ones. On the top one, it says the name of it, and then it's like the reminder, and then it's YNS, which stands for your next step. But you can just draw this one out real quick, all right? I'm gonna move away this one. Zoop. Okay, so the first one that we all need to put into account when we are standing, if you, majority of you, or what I need you to do is to just write specific here. Specific or specificity. So what is specificity? That's, I have to say that that's the hardest word in the English language, specificity. What that means, that training principle, and again, this is not principles that I'm making up. I'm not just like taking them out of the blue. Anybody who have studied fitness knows that these are evergreen principles, principles that exist and are crucial for building muscles, losing fat, just becoming better overall, right? So specificity means that we need something that is specific for your sport or for your life. So remember, all of this is lifestyle changes that we're doing. I keep talking about it day in and day out. And when it comes to specificity, it needs to be specific for you. Like, let's take Danny, for example. She's teaching salsa bachata. Her goals and her workout has to be different if we compare to Amalia, for example, who is incredible at doing house dance and hip hop. So there's 2 different ones, and they all serve, the workouts serve a very specific and different types of purpose. So when it comes to this one, we need it to be specifically made for you, fit your lifestyle, all right? So the reminder here is very simple, and it's going to be more and more when we come forward, but it's just to follow your it says follow your program. And what I mean with that is really stick to the game plan. Stick to the game plan. Report to me. I've made a specific workout for you. That's why you are here. I made a specific workout for you, and I need you to connect with me. Let me know what is working, what is not working. Are you going on vacation soon? What type of questions do you specifically have? All right. Maybe dancing is not the biggest thing for you right now. Don't worry about it. Let us know. How can we make this a thing for you? All right. Did that make sense what I just said? Let me just see how I can see every one of you here. That made sense, right? Perfect. Your next step, we're gonna come up with that later, all right? So we're just gonna go run over all the principles first, all the names, and then we're gonna have one sentence to really remind everyone what is what, and then we're gonna map it out together. Sounds good? Awesome. After that, we have principle number 2. Which is progression. So your body reacts to stress. You constantly have to shock your muscle and shock your mind, right? We have to find a baseline. Let's say your baseline is here, and then we have to push it up and then go back down a little bit. Push it up and go back down a little bit. Push it up and go back down a little bit. And slowly but surely you're getting better, all right? That's what we're doing. This is also called progressive overload. And that means is that what is important when it comes to progressive overload, and why I want to talk to you about this specifically today, is because I understood real quick, it's like, okay, if I don't start to track what I'm doing right now, like the first workout of the week, is going to be really, really hard for me to stay on point, and it's going to be really easy for me to get dragged on. Like, okay, my mom called me, I'm going to have a lunch with her tomorrow. After that lunch, I'm going to go and work with David for a minute or two. And then after that, I have another friend I'm going to meet up, and then have this thing on Wednesday, and I have that thing. Okay, but if I'm tracking all of my workouts, then I can know when I'm doing what, how hard am I going? So let's say I missed the workout on Wednesday, then I can go really, really hard on Thursday because I know that I can push the limits. Is that making sense? So then everyone understands what progressive overload means. And then what I want you to remember, I want you to remind you is that I want you to know what you are tracking. What are we tracking? Are we tracking your mood? I know some of us is not as active as the rest, some others when it comes to the training part, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine. It's specific. This program is specifically made for you. However, you need to boost your body. You need to push your levels up. All right. I'm not interested in getting in becoming a bodybuilder. So for me, tracking all of my food at this very moment is not necessarily what I want to do right now. I want to track all of my proteins, but I want to track everything? Not necessarily right now, but I need to know what I'm tracking. All right, so that's a reminder to you. Some of you guys are doing train along videos with me. And then it's like, yeah, but coach, how do I track if I don't know how tired I am, or what am I tracking? Okay, so if you're doing the train along videos, by the end of the video inside of the application, we have a scale of 1 to 10. Always make sure that that workout is harder than the previous one. You can also track your mood. You can also track your weights. You can also track the repetitions you're doing. So you're doing more repetitions. Maybe you only have one weight at home, then I want you to do more repetitions. There is a subjective scale called the Bori scale. It spells like this. which is a subjective scale that you all can find online. I think it's between 7 and 21 or some things like that. I used it a lot before, but constantly track your thing and move forward. All right? Progressive overload. Number 2. Any questions on this, or everybody is Gucci? Perfect. Then the third one is individualization. All right? I want you to remember that you have custom made workouts. All of this is made for you. Again, I am a person, like my mentor, for example. My mentor, one of my mentors, he's a crazy man. He's a crazy man, which is also why he's one of the best in the world at what he's doing. However, he's a bodybuilder. I'm not. Like that's so far away from my lifestyle. Like, I don't think it's worth it. Like, legit, me, Coach Sebastian, don't think it's worth looking like that, giving up this. Like, I really want to live life to the fullest of my abilities on every part of the movie ending: health, wealth, love, and happiness. And I know that the short time each year when I'm in Sweden, I know that my happiness level is just going to go up like crazy. Health will stay up. That's what I do. It's going to go a little bit down, let's be honest. It's going to go a little bit down. Like my physical health. But my mental health will be higher because I'm with family. So that's also another thing. But it's just, it needs to be individualized, and you have that. But remember when you are doing this, and don't lie to yourself at that moment. Don't say like, no, but you know, I don't want to live a life where I can drink 5 days a week and have a 6-pack. It's like, yeah, that's not how it works, all right? Like, there is a balance. You got to balance things. But is this making sense? Did that make sense what I just said? So just remember that this is individualization, progression, something that is specifically made for you. Is like, you need that. You need something that is custom made. You got that. Everything is really hands-on for you to succeed. Okay? Then when it comes to your next step, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and it's only you who can answer them. But we're going to come up with that soon. Okay? Then it comes regularity. It's gonna be harder for you guys right now, I promise you. One of two things is now gonna happen during vacation. Number one is gonna be, you're gonna have way less time because you don't have the same routines anymore, or you're gonna have a lot more time because now you don't need to go to work. But if I could tell you one thing that's gonna help you like crazy during this time, is that 10 minutes every day is gonna give you more results than 45 minutes 3 days a week. 10 minutes every day is gonna give you better results than 45 minutes 3 times per week. All right? So regularity, consistency is the word I'm searching for. Like constantly doing something. And it's like, okay, but what am I doing? I don't know. Let's look at the individualization. Maybe today you are just gonna go for a walk. Maybe today, you're gonna have a crazy amount of food by the night, and then by the day you're just gonna fast, drink a lot of water, go on a walk, etc., right? Give me 1 second, right? So what I mean with all of this is that regularity is that you need to stay consistent. Consistency is the key here. but step by step by step. Make them shorter and more frequent, all right? But I just want to remind everyone what we are doing here. We're talking about during this is during summer. If this was December, I would tell you something different. I know some of you guys have been here with us for years now, and you know that every November, December, we have a different conversation going on because then it's the holidays. Then we have different things. So all of this is now during summer, okay? Then we have if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. Easy come, easy go. And that's why I put this one over here. All right, this is so important. The principle of reversibility is a real thing. Easy come, easy go. So you gotta stay consistent. And that's what I'm saying. If you can't commit to an hour and a half, if you can only commit to 10 minutes, but give me those 10 minutes every day. Habit stacking. I'm not always going to give you guys new things to come up with. Habit stacking is a fantastic principle. All right? Easy go. That's a reminder. All right? That's a reminder. Anybody who's been having a flu or something like that during the time when we've been training together just understands it's like, damn, it's like, wait, I trained so hard and what? Like it was 2 weeks and now everything is gone. Like it's not really like that, but it goes extremely fast. It goes extremely fast. And that's the beautiful thing with fitness. That's the beautiful thing with health, that you constantly need to take care of it. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's like you can't live on yesterday's or 2 weeks ago's merits. That's not how this thing goes. It's like you got to keep on doing it day in and day out. All right. Next thing. And this is one thing that everybody needs to be really careful with, especially if you are new to our program. All right. This one it's a principle and I want to run over it, but don't misuse it. And it's the principle of rest and recovery. That was really ugly, but rest and recovery. And what I want to remind you is to actually use this principle. Use it, but don't overdo it. Okay, use it, but don't overdo it. Especially, I say it again, especially if you are new to our program. I think we spoke about this last week also. It's like one of the strangest things to me is that when people that we've been training with for, you start a new program, you commit to a program, it's like a new lifestyle. I understand that it's hard, but the lie that you tell yourself when you say within the first 60 days or something like that, you've been doing a great job, and then you tell me, coach, I took the weekend off, I ate like a crazy person, and I did this and this and this that I was not supposed to do. Why? Because I had to listen to my body. I want to tell you this right now. You're not in a position to listen to your body. And I say that with all the love in the planet. You're not. You're not. One of many reasons that you are where you are is because you listened to your body. because your body have incredible amount of biases. We have all types of different cravings. We're constantly being stimulated by commercial, sweets, other things. So with all the respect on the planet, you are not in a position to listen to your body right now. That's why we are here together, right? That's why I'm here. Just like when it comes to me, myself, I'm in no way, shape, or form in a position to listen to my own body. So guess what? I don't. I follow a program. I follow a very clear set of principles that is super easy, that I live by. All right? And that works for me right now. And I have a coach that calls me there. I have a woman that calls me on my bullshit if I'm fucking up. I have David. So it's like we got a support system at the same time. So rest and recovery, but easy come, easy go. That does not mean that you cannot hack your own program that I'm providing to you. I give you usually minimum 2 rest days per week. You decide when to do them. You decide when to do them. I don't care if you rest on Wednesday or Thursday. I don't care if you train 5 days straight and then rest Saturday, Sunday. That's your thing. In an optimal world, I'd wish you'd rest 1 in the middle of the week and then 1 during weekend. That's me. That's what in an optimal world. But don't worry about it. I give you the freedom. We look at the total volume of the workouts, the amount of workouts you've been doing each week, but rest and recovery, you need it. You decide, hack it, use it to your advantage, especially now during summer. All right? Especially during summer, like I'm giving you the liberty to do this. Is everything making sense right now? No questions, camera's good, internet good. Yeah, fantastic. Let me see how long have we been going? We've been going for 35 minutes. Everybody stand up real quick. Let's give a stretcher. Let's play some music. Let's stop listening to my voice for a second. Ay, ay, ay.
Pressure. Let me give you some love and affection. You got my attention. You need no correction. Make up what blessings in your direction.
No bye. Okay. No questions. Everybody good? Before we continue, let me know what has been the most helpful so far with this webinar. Have it been giving you some clarity, or do you feel more lost than ever before? What has been the most helpful with this webinar? Just type it in the comments. Danny saying, if I listened to my body, I would be 50 stones. I don't know how much a stone is, but it sounds heavy.
It sounds so heavy, like a stone.
But like, what am I talking about? Am I talking about a stone like this or a brick? You know what I mean? David, could you read what they're writing in the comments, please?
Of course. Individualization is the first one. Then we have reinforcing information from Luz. We can hack our rest and recovery days.
That one is big.
Yeah, that's big. Then we have Raluca, she's saying that 10 minutes a day are better than 45 minutes 3 days a week. Yep. Not only like the physical part, Sebastian, right? Like it's also the mental thing. Like if you
100%. I'd rather have you meditate 3 times or every day for 5 minutes than one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
2 big ones, no, for sure. 100%.
Then we are not supposed to listen to our body. That was a big one. The importance of tracking. Yeah, that's awesome. A never-ending one.
Awesome. Okay, moving on.
Every day, better than 45 minutes once in a while. Reminded to me to do something, and if I can't do the whole thing, something every day. That consistency.
Yes. Yeah. Got it. Here we go. Moving on. Next thing. 2 more left. We have
Sebastian.
variation. Yes, that's me.
Sebastian. I had a question about know what you're tracking.
Mhm.
Like, should I choose during summer what I should track?
I think you should track as much as you can, right? And you have the application that we're using here. You have my own application, which just gives you an amazing amount of data that you can track, right? But you know how it is with progressive overload, right? So what I want you to do in your case specifically is that I need you to track your weights, like how much you're actually lifting, especially if you want to reach your pull-up thing. The rest time, if possible, let me know if that's not put inside of your application. And then just do your best with your food, you know what I mean? I know that I'm not gonna track my food every day during the summer. It's just, I won't, because I killed myself during these last 100 days. So I'm taking a little bit of rest mentally. But with that being said, like I was tracking today I tracked my food. So few days every week I go in and I track all my food just to make sure that, like, am I fucking up or am I still doing good? Did that make sense?
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Awesome. But yeah, no, don't worry about it. And I mean, these are great questions, and these are things we're gonna run over in this one. Your next step. This is what we're gonna talk about, right? Variation. Mix things up. Wait. Mix things up. Have fun with it. You know what I mean? Okay, today I don't want to do morning movement. Why? Because it's Sunday. Fuck it. I'm just going to go for a walk with my dog. Today it's rest day. It's Sunday. I don't feel like doing the stretching inside, so I'm going to do it outside. I had a 15-minute workout today, but all of my friends want to hang out, and I know who my friends are. Nobody takes the leader position, so I'm going to suggest volleyball. Here we go. I was active all day. Fantastic. Use it. Mix it up. What can you do? And to be honest, this happens for you guys naturally because I'm constantly giving you new workouts, but mix things up. Walk, jog, volleyball, swimming, active hiking, you know what I mean? Something like that. That made sense, right? Awesome. I hope you guys see, if we zoom out here, I hope you understand that, like, what I'm giving you is the way for you to hack your program and hack the summer to really make it beneficial for you. All right, paddleboarding. I don't know who wrote that, but definitely paddleboarding. Okay, next thing, which is the last thing, and then we're gonna do a summary, and then we'll map out your next move. Right? We have periodization. Periodization, which means that don't do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Right? I know that Danny, for example, she has a huge dog. I don't even know the name of that one, but every once in a while, Danny sends me a video, and I just see her next to what to me looks like, I wanted to say a small bear, but it doesn't look like a small bear. It looks like an actual bear. You know what I mean? But what I want to say with that is that for her who walks that dog, let's say she goes 45 minutes every day. It's definitely longer. You know what I mean? It's one of those dogs. So if she walks 45 minutes every day, her body is going to get used to it. So if she tells me, okay, coach, I didn't do my workout today, but I walked my dog for 45 minutes. That's like, wow, that's awesome. You know what I mean? But that's awesome if we want to maintain, in Danny's case. If I was to have walked 45 minutes every day with that huge dog in the mountains, I could consider that, you know, I check out something. I wouldn't check like workout done, but I would definitely write like cardio done. But if you do that every day and you've been doing it every day for years, those 45 minutes, The glory happens after those 45 minutes, if that's what you usually is walking. Again, why? Because of progression. All right? Overload. This is why it's so important with progressive overload. Why? Periodization. I trained like a crazy person for 100 days. Then I took a few days off and I'm changing my entire workout. This workout I'm doing right now has nothing to do with the previous one. All right? Why? Periodization. Because if you do the same thing over and over and over again, you're not going to get any results. Why? Because we need phases. Let me see what Lucy said. It was Lucy saying here. Okay, you lost me a little bit. Okay. Lucy, when you first started dancing, right? You just added dancing to your life. You started dancing 6 days a week or 5 days a week, and all of a sudden you just lost a ton of weight, right? Now, after 6 months of dancing 5 days a week, did you still continue to lose as much weight? Because of periodization. Because you were doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, so your body got used to it. Now you can become a better dancer, but that's a different story. That's not what we're talking about. Right now we're talking about physicality strictly. So because of that, if you would have danced, if you would have used the other ones, the other principles, then you would have continued to lose that weight. For example, if you did, okay, but what about progressive overload? Let's go back to that one. Okay, so I did 5 days a week bachata, but I need to give it more, have higher increase. So giving more intensive. So I was gonna do 3 days salsa instead. Higher paced, acrobatics, blah, 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 sweating more. So then you did progressive overload, and then the results would have come back. Did that make sense? Yeah, sure. Because it's really important that we understand these ones, everyone. Okay. These are what I consider to be the 8 most important training principles. And now, with this, we can start to use them to our advantage, okay? Do we have any questions on these, or I'm gonna run over all of them top to bottom just as a refresher? Overload is everything that makes your life harder. Everything that makes the workout harder. Everything that makes the workout harder. Shorter rest time, heavier weights, even if it's half a pound per workout. Half a pound per workout over time builds up something. That's what progressive overload is. Progressively, we're adding something, constantly adding something. Shorter rest times, longer workouts, more sets, heavier weights, more exercises, more frequently. But then, every once in a while, you have to look down here and you have to say, hold on, where am I going? Am I using the rest and recovery? Or am I doing like coach and training 2 days, 2 times every week or every day for 100 days? That didn't make me stronger. Like those last 100 days didn't make me stronger. For sure not. Physically. Mentally, definitely. But physically, absolutely not. Because I was constantly neglecting this training principle. All right? Did that make sense? Okay, let's run over them, and then we're gonna run over. This took a little bit longer time than I was expecting, but it's okay. But then we're gonna run over your next step. Specificity. I need you to remember that the workouts you're doing is specifically made for you and your sport. all right? If it's not your sport, it's your life. It needs to be specifically made for your goals, okay? This one is about goals. Then we have progressive overload. Constantly add stress to your body, what we just ran over. Individualization. These words are so hard to say. Individualization. It's individually made for your lifestyle. This is lifestyle changes we are doing. If specificity is for goals, strictly individualization is that it needs to fit you and your life. I fucking love doing heavy deadlift. Trust me, there's nothing that makes me more hyped than doing deadlifts, right? The only thing that I like more than doing that is one, dancing, and two, the number one thing I like to do in my life is martial arts. Like, I love it so much. Like, I get stimulated on a completely different level. However, if somebody kicks my knee, and I love doing sports where you can kick somebody's knee, but if somebody kicks my knee, I'm done. I'm not gonna do a third surgery. So individualization. Maybe I shouldn't do a sport that has low kicks, that has knee kicks. Maybe that's not for me. That makes sense? Perfect. Regularity. Use it or you will lose it. Consistency, reversibility, easy come, easy go. Rest and overdo it. Something comes up, you talk to me. That's why I'm here. Variation, mix things up. Periodization, your thing is made out of different phases and you need to act accordingly, all right? Now, you have the framework, or you have all the different tools, the 8 principles. You have a reminder of what I want you to never forget so you can actually use them. And then in the next one, it's this, and it says your next move. Your next move is something that I want you to actually do during this next 60 days. What are you gonna do these next 60 days? How can you use this information that I just gave you to your advantage? Let's start with 3 different ones, all right? We're gonna take a work break together. We're gonna play some music. If you have any questions, type them in the chat and we're gonna answer them, or just, you know what? Unmute yourself and speak up if you have any questions. I want you to choose 3 principles. And what's your next move? What's your next move? You know. Do you need to, track your shit better? Do you need to go heavier in the workouts? Do you need some variation? What are you doing, right? For the next 30 to 60 days. This is the summer we're talking about right now. Is my assignment making any sense, or am I fucking up? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, Luz. It makes sense, but I'm not fucking up. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Everybody, let's go to work. We have let's go for 4 minutes, all right? Because I really want you to do this, because this is extremely important for you to get the most out of your coaching, especially now during summer. Here we go.
Recommend that you pick a little bit here, like you pick like 1, 2, 3, or should you put your next move on each and every one of these ones? What do you recommend?
In a perfect world, you do all 8, but right now when we are here, I want you to do the first 4, the first 3, choose any 3 that you want. So for me, for example, I would like this here. So I would do progression and I would just track all training, track macros for X week. Is this making sense?
All right, makes sense.
And then I would just write down here, for example, rest and recovery, rest with family. because then I know that, like, I want to see my family a lot. So, you know what I mean? So let me just use that rest time to just spend a lot of time with them. All right. Reversibility, you know, like I'm going to keep on training regardless. So I'm just going to do this, mix things up. New program is gold. Guys, remember that we're here. Unmute yourself if you have any questions. I'd be surprised if nobody has any questions on this. I know I'm a fantastic teacher, make no mistake about it. but if nobody have any questions, I'm gonna stop teaching training, and I'm gonna start teaching on Harvard. You know what I mean? I think Linda has some connections, so she can like hook me up or something like that. Just put me straight into university. You know what I mean? Like, why not? I'm coach. I'm Coach Sebastian. You have 1:45 left. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Break. Awesome. So again, I want you all to complete these next these slides. All right. When you have, here comes the homework. This is not self-work, this is actual homework. This is for, I want to see that you have done it. Remember, homework is to prove to someone else. Self-work is to prove to yourself. This time I want you to prove to me that you have done it. I want you to send me a photo inside of the application or on any of my social media that you have completed this form. All right, now you have the name. Oh, that's not what I wanted. You have the names. You have the reminders of how to use them individually for you, or like for how you're going to use them during the summer. And we have your next step. Okay. Don't ask me in the application what your next step should be. Ask me now, because there are people in this chat who are just like you, who might be a little bit shy to ask out loud. So now is the perfect moment. All right. No questions are stupid. And here's the thing. We have specific, progressive overload, individualization, regularity, reversibility, rest and recover, variation, periodization. All of these are principles that I can imagine. Again, I'm no teacher, you know what I mean? Like, I'm Coach Sebastian. But Erlinda, for example, if you look at these ones and you're like, yeah, these are like pretty common principles for me to help my students in an actual school. Like, these are exactly the same thing that you should use when you becoming a dance teacher, because these are evergreen principles. All right, and then let me know what's happening.
I find it extra hard to track what I'm eating. Like I started to write down what I eat and when I eat it, just to get like an overview, which helped me a lot. But now, since we're talking about progression, I start to see on what I'm writing down that it's hard to always know what every meal or how much it
it's super hard.
it is in every meal.
Yeah,
So
it's so hard. It's so hard.
and for me, since I want to lose a little bit of weight or fat mass on my body, that's what I actually should be focusing on. But it's
I think it's great that you're raising this, because a lot of us are struggling with this. And then what I can tell you is that I would, in a perfect world, okay, so what is my, so then the way I this is, I'm going to give you guys a secret, right? Like, this is basically how I attack any situation that occurs in my life. Nah, you don't hate tracking. That's not what you do.
Well, in the beginning, it was really helpful because I thought I was following the meal plan, and I realized I wasn't. Like, I realized, I shouldn't be eating like that type of white bread. And I thought I wasn't, but then I took myself. I
thought I wasn't eating this white bread. Then all of a sudden it's in my mouth, and I'm like, what are you doing?
So weird. So
I hate when that happened.
So it was like, that one type of like really good, one time per week when you eat really good cornbread and you feel like, oh, you did that the whole week, and I found that I didn't. So I kind of got a reality check for myself.
It's always hard when that happens. So this is so this is the situation, and then here's what can I do? Track sometime. So just like this is, I swear, all my life. Like, this is basically how I attack any situation in my life. I just do a mind map, and then I look at the things, and then I do my best to write down the solution, or like things that can help me. So like, okay, if I know I cannot track during the weekend, you know what I mean? Like me, Coach Sebastian, tracking during the weekend, just forget it. Right now, after 100 days of that madness, forget it. Like that, I don't want to. I just don't want to. But during the week, definitely. I can definitely do that during the week, right? And then I can, I'm gonna start to track sometimes. And then that will give me some type of intuition of, okay, but how much am I actually eating? But the days I'm not tracking, I'm gonna use the portion size method, which is a method of, we have something that we call the perfect plate that you guys should have access to. If you don't have access to it, let us know, and David is gonna send it to you. It's called a perfect plate, and it just helps me to know like ish how much I'm eating, or it's not even a way to know ish how much you're eating. It's a way for you, if you master it, you can still reach your goals without counting calories, and the same goes with portion size method. Then maybe I'm gonna meal prep, makes it easier for me. I can just bring food with me where I'm going, and then I'm gonna look at my schedule. Then I go to my calendar. Let's say this was my calendar. And it looks something like this. Wait. And I look at the week ahead. Okay, this is Monday, so I'm gonna eat with my mom. Then I have a party. Okay, it sounds like I'm partying. It sounds like I'm partying every day. It's like, this is the first, do you guys understand? Like, this is the first time I'm out partying since the pre-COVID. Like, I'm a professional dancer. We used to go out and dance all the time, and then I had like 1 weekend of craziness, and now it sounds like I'm partying every week. But yeah, but you get my point. And then from here, I just start to add, okay, here I'm gonna do my meal prepping. Here I'm gonna do this. So you look at your calendar, and then you like try to give yourself some coaching because you have just done this. You know that these things work. These are tools that, all of these tools, you already have them, Nina. Like I didn't, all of these things, I didn't give you anything new. You know what I mean? All of this thing you heard me say before. Then we just go over here, put it in your calendar. Do your best. Do your best to put it inside of your calendar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna eat at your mom's place, perfect. You know that your mom loves white bread, not necessarily gives you a lot of protein when you're there, but she cooks amazing. Maybe you should bring a protein shake, you know, maybe 2 of them. Maybe you should bring a little bit of extra, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Was that any helpful?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. No worries. No worries. Here, got another question. I have no questions about the table, but I have some questions about lean muscle principle and how I can integrate it into the table. Write me an email and I'm going to help you individually, because the lean muscle principle is something we need to, it takes a long time for me to explain. Next one, okay, do that now. Next one is, I'm confused about the reversibility in terms of what would be my next step there. I think the reversibility principle is just a principle that's very, very important. I want to remind you, your next step could just be keep going. All right, just keep going, don't slack. Or next step is don't fall off. I think that would be a great one for everyone.
I can share something.
Please do.
I just wrote, because you were talking about proteins, so I thought it was a good idea to write there, keep the proteins up.
Fantastic.
The easy come, easy go thing.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I think that those ones are
as you said, like when you're with your family and blah blah blah, like it's easy to like go back to maybe like the high carbohydrate meal thing. Exactly. You know.
And you know also, it's like high carbohydrate meals every once in a while is not necessarily bad. It can actually be beneficial. So, but if you look at your calendar and you start to plan a little bit, and it's like, okay, high carbohydrate meal, it sounds like a perfect time for rest and recovery, you know? And then all of a sudden I use that to my advantage. But high protein is key. High protein is key, and it's super hard. Like this is the hardest thing because it makes you so full. Okay, let me see what more we got here. My issue is every summer is that I do not like to eat food. I prefer to drink my food because it's so hot. Me too. Love alignment. Okay. Yeah, it's when it comes to that, sometimes it's like I came to a conclusion myself as a coach. Is like, you know what? It is what it is.
How do you track that though?
What are you drinking?
I'm mostly water, tea, juice. I usually make myself like fruit smoothies or vegetable smoothies.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because like breakfast for me is not breakfast. My husband does the whole breakfast thing. It's like, listen to me, give me a fruit smoothie or a vegetable smoothie and I'm out the door. I just can't.
And then there is your answer, you know? Okay, so you don't like breakfast. You have but you still have problem to reach your protein. Awesome. First thing I want you to do when we finish this webinar is just it's your grandchild, no? The cutest. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien o qué? Así. The first thing I wanted to do is just protein dense vegetable smoothie. That's your breakfast. You know, it's like, it is what it is. Now, might not be the best, might not taste the best, but I promise you there are some like great ones. But it's, again,
because that's what I think. I'm like, okay, I'm getting fiber, I'm getting my vegetables in, but I don't know if it's protein because
Yeah.
I'll do spinach, you know, all kinds of vegetables that I would just put in
Yeah.
there.
Exactly.
But I just don't know if I'm getting the protein that I need.
Yeah. Step add we're gonna talk this week. You and I. Let's talk about it. But protein smoothie for breakfast, high protein, chugging a scoop of whey protein if you need to buy it. Awesome. Let me see here. I don't understand my meal plan. What is the concept? The list of dishes does not give me a clear idea on what this plan is about. Moreover, I don't cook. Okay. Who's
Run over that in a separate call, Sebastian.
Yeah, I think so too. Niara, book, write to David individually, and he will send you a link for you to get on a call with me. All right?
For sure.
Sebastian, can I ask a question?
Please do.
So I have I have a hack first that someone else had reminded me of earlier. So
tell me.
I fell foul of office cake last week a lot. There were lots of people leaving and birthdays, and so I found in my cupboard, and I thought I'd lost it, is like my friends call it my snack suitcase, but it's only this big, but it's got lots of compartments in it. And I used to kind of like fill it full of like dried fruit, nuts and bits, and I would pack it for the day and I'd take it with me so that when everyone bought the cake out and the biscuits, whatever else, I would take something from my snack box.
I love it.
But I stopped doing that. So that's just reminded me. So thank you. I need to go and find that and take it tomorrow.
For sure.
But my question
is
about, it's suppose it falls into the period, I can't say it either, periodization, that one, with the phases. So if I want to just, obviously with dog walking and then habit stack a workout on the end of it, if I want to keep progressing, so if I do something with a workout that I just do a little bit harder than before, or I just try it differently, I think that's the way to go. But sometimes when I try and go up to maybe level 2, I don't do it as well as I would if I was doing it level 1, but I feel I need to push myself.
So, great way of seeing it. Here's my thing though. So you are telling me you know how to do level 1 and you can do level 2, but you can't do all the repetitions on level 2 great.
Yeah, or I don't do the form. I feel like I'm not doing as
perfect
many.
form, right?
Yeah, the form's not as great.
So what would be the next tip that you would give someone who can't do that? You just, because here's the thing with, and I'm saying I'm making a little fun of it, but point is that you already know the answer. The answer is do as many as you can, the hardest ones with perfect form, and then when you can't, you do the easier ones. And then, okay, shit, this time I did 3. That's awesome. Let me make some note of that, because right now I'm not tracking my food, but let me just track the shit out of all of my workouts. All right. So let me just have a piece of paper between, and then I write, okay, under switches, I did under switches, level 2, 3 times. Boom. Awesome. Remember that. Then I have that until next hour. I did the Cabo Life workout, blah. Okay, awesome. I did 3 ones. My goal next time is to do 4 of those. And then my goal next time is to do 5 of the level 2 ones, and then I go back to level 1. Okay. And then all of a sudden you're doing 6, 7, 8, and then all of a sudden you're doing everyone on level 2. Did that make sense?
Yeah, so if I, like today when I did, which I hate you, by the way, because you got me doing, what were they? Something and under switches, but something before. Like leg out things.
Yeah,
every single time I fell on my ass. Every single time. So to me, I'm not really working out. I'm just falling over. So is that still okay to?
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm still moving my body. I'm just
of course. Yeah. These are great questions. But if it starts to get to levels like, listen, I'm fucking not even doing it. What am I doing? Just do under switches.
Okay.
Or just do kickouts. Or and if those becomes too hard, just gonna stand here. You know what I mean? But constantly do something to stimulate your muscles. It's like there are moments when we're doing workouts and I'm like, wow, I can't do that. Like I just can't. So let me just do a push-up hold, for example. Or let me do a squat hold. Or balance on my hands for as long as I can. But something to stimulate your muscles. If it goes to the fact, it's like, what am I doing? It's like, I'm just, the fuck? Yeah, I'm moving, but I'm sitting down on my ass all the time. But then again, every once in a while, you have to say, you know what, let's go to work. I feel I've been cursing a lot, but it's one of those days, but it's like, fuck it, let me go to work, let me do my best. If I fail, I fail. Let me see how far I can go in this one. So it's a balance of everything. But if you feel it's like, okay, this is the third round I'm doing it, I'm sitting down, I've done one repetition, it's like, yo, come on. No, just find another one. You do jumping jacks.
Okay.
So
mix it up.
Mix it up, but individualization and specifically made for you. Do you want a stronger chest? Do push-ups in the times where you can't do what you're supposed to be doing. Want stronger glutes? Sit in a squat position. Want better endurance? Jumping jacks. Specifically for you. Everyone here who has been hanging out with us for longer than a month or two knows what I'm talking about. All right? Find the solutions. Don't find excuses. If anybody wants to go, you know what I mean? I understand. Peace out. See you next week. If you want to hang around a little bit more, I would love to. But I want to give I think it's important to give a strong end. It's like the webinar is over. But any questions, we're still here. Right? Do we have any more questions? I saw some people raising their hands, or is everybody good? Going once, going twice. No questions. All right. Okay. Familia, thank you for today. This was a fantastic webinar. I had a great time. These are things that are made for you to enjoy your summer more. I want you to understand that you're not a bodybuilder. Don't be fooled of the things you're seeing on Instagram, and live a good life. Your soul needs massage every once in a while, and this is individually for you. But remember, every action has an opposite and equal reaction. Want to party hard? Trust me, you're gonna need to recover hard. All right, everybody unmute yourself. I'm gonna say bye dancers. All of you gonna say 4 dancers, and then we're done. We're done for the day. Okay. Here we go. Work hard, play hard, recover hard. I'm gonna say bye dancers. You're gonna say 4 dancers. And before we do this, I just want to say thank you for coming to these webinars. It makes my life better. I really enjoy teaching. Like one of my favorites to do. So thank you so much for being here. All right. All right, familia, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for being here. I keep saying it over and over again. You guys make my life a lot better. Remember, as always, bye dancers.
For dancers.
Talk to you guys soon. All right. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
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 Easy.